The boot strikes ribs first. Then the words come. "Wake up, you piece of shit!" A black man gasps. Roll off the bench onto concrete. His worn jacket scrapes pavement. Officer Derek Walsh grabs his collar, hauls him up, shoves him against a tree. "You think you can sleep here? In our neighborhood? Look at me when I'm talking to you." The man meets his eyes, voice steady, respectful. "I apologize, officer. I meant no disrespect." Walsh laughs, cold, mean. "Apologize? You're breathing my air, boy." He pulls a $100 bill from his wallet, waves it in the man's face. "See this? This is what real Americans make. What do you make? Nothing. You are nothing." He spits on the bill, throws it at the man's feet. "Crawl for it." 40 yards away, a phone records everything. Have you ever seen someone destroy their entire life in 60 seconds? Morrison Park sits in the heart of Brookhaven, a small American city trying to forget its past. New condos rise on 3 sides. Coffee shops replace corner stores. Old residents watch from porches. New ones jog past without looking. The park itself spans 4 acres. Oak trees planted in 1952. Benches donated by families long gone. A playground on the east side. Joggers' path circling the whole thing. By 7 a.m., the morning crowd arrives. Professionals, fitness enthusiasts, dog walkers. The man on the ground doesn't fit their world. His name is Jonathan Rivers, 52 years old, but nobody here knows that. They see the stubble, the dirt under his nails, the duffel bag that holds everything he owns, or seems to. Rivers has been sleeping in this park for 6 days, same bench every night. He watches people, takes notes in a small journal, speaks to no one unless spoken to, which isn't often. His jacket is military surplus. Marines, served 12 years before joining the police academy. The jacket is authentic. Everything about his appearance is calculated. 3 days without shaving. Hair uncombed but clean. Clothes worn but not torn. He smells like the streets because he's been living on them. But his eyes are sharp, alert, missing nothing. Every morning he watches Officer Derek Walsh's patrol route. Walsh arrives at 6:30 a.m., circles the park twice, checks benches, roust anyone who looks poor, looks black, looks homeless. Walsh has done this for 6 days straight. Rivers has documented every interaction. Today is day 7. The final day. Rivers needs one more piece of evidence. The kind juries can't ignore. The kind that ends careers. Officer Derek Walsh is 42 years old, married, 2 kids, lives in the suburbs 15 miles from here, commutes in a pickup truck with a thin blue line sticker, been a cop for 15 years, 17 complaints filed against him, excessive force, racial profiling, illegal searches, all dismissed. Fellow officers backed his reports. Supervisors signed off. The system protected him. Walsh's partner is Lieutenant Marcus Carter, Asian American, 38 years old, 10 years on the force. Carter doesn't initiate the harassment, but he doesn't stop it either. He watches. He stays silent. In police culture, silence is loyalty. The neighborhood around Morrison Park is changing fast. 5 years ago, it was working class, mixed race, affordable. Then developers arrived. Property values tripled. Old residents got pushed out. New ones moved in. With gentrification came complaints about homeless people, about loitering, about the park feeling unsafe. The city responded with increased patrols. Walsh volunteered. He calls it cleaning up the neighborhood. His captain calls it community policing. The people he targets call it something else. In 6 days, Rivers documented 14 separate encounters. Walsh targeted people of color in 13 of them. He searched without cause in 9. He used racial language in 11. He filed false reports in 7. But documentation isn't enough. Police departments bury reports, destroy evidence. Protect their own. Rivers needs something undeniable. Video, audio, witnesses who aren't afraid. Today, he gets his chance. The morning smells like cut grass and coffee from the cafe across the street. Sprinklers kick on at 6:45. Birds argue in the oak trees. A dog barks somewhere. Normal sounds. Normal morning. About to become anything but. Rivers chose this bench for a reason. It's visible from the street. Open. Public. Security cameras point this direction from 2 angles. The morning crowd will see everything. His duffel bag contains carefully selected items. Clean clothes, folded military style. Protein bars, water, a journal filled with observations, and hidden in the side pocket, disguised as a pen, a body camera. It's been recording since Walsh's boot made contact. Walsh doesn't know he's being filmed, doesn't know the homeless man is a police captain, doesn't know Internal Affairs has been investigating his unit for 3 months. Walsh sees what he wants to see. A black man. Homeless. Powerless. Someone he can abuse without consequence. He's done it before. He'll do it again, unless someone stops him. Rivers isn't just someone. He's the reckoning Walsh never saw coming. 40 yards away, Sarah Mitchell finishes her second lap. White woman, early 30s, marketing executive. She jogs here every morning, earbuds in, eyes forward. She's seen Walsh harass people before. She kept jogging. Today, she stops, pulls out her phone, starts recording. Chen's patrol car pulls up to the curb. He sees Walsh standing over Rivers, sees the aggressive posture. He should intervene. He won't. He never does. Everything is in place. The stage is set. Justice has been waiting 6 days. It starts now. Walsh circles Rivers like a predator. His hand rests on his baton. The leather holster creaks with each step. I need to see your ID. Now! Rivers stands still. Hands visible, non-threatening. I don't have it with me, officer. Walsh's eyes narrow. He smiles. Not friendly. Hungry. Of course you don't. Your kind never does. The morning air carries the smell of Walsh's cologne. Expensive. Overpowering. It mixes with the scent of dew and fear. Turn around. Hands on the bench. Rivers comply. Slowly. Deliberately. His movements are calm. Controlled. Every action witnessed. Every word recorded. Walsh's hands slam into Rivers' back. Aggressive pat-down. Not searching. Punishing. What are you on? Crack? Meth? You people are always carrying something. His hands dig into Rivers' pockets. Rough, invasive. Finding nothing. I'm not on anything, officer. I was just sleeping. Walsh grabs the duffel bag, dump it onto the ground. Contents spill across wet grass, clean shirts, folded pants, protein bars, water bottle, a notebook. Walsh kicks through the items. His boot crushes a protein bar. Deliberate. Where'd you steal this stuff? These clothes are too nice for trash like you. He picks up the notebook, flips through pages. Rivers' handwriting fills every line. Dates, times, badge numbers, observations. What's this? Your dealer's contact list? Rivers says nothing. Watches. Remember. Chen's patrol car idles at the curb. Engine running, radio crackling. Carter sits inside, watching through the windshield. His face shows discomfort. His hands stay on the steering wheel. Walsh notices Carter's hesitation. Chen, get out here! Chen exits slowly, closes the door, walks over. His body language screams reluctance. Yes, sir? Run this guy's description. See if he matches any warrants. Chen pulls out his tablet. Types. The screen glows in the morning shadows. What description should I use? Walsh laughs. Cold. Mean. Black male. Homeless. Probably got a record as long as my arm. Rivers' jaw tightens. Barely. Just once. then relaxes. He's counting Walsh's mistakes. Each word, each action. Building a case. Chen types, waits. The database loads. Nothing coming up, Derek. Run it again. Check neighboring counties. Chen's fingers move across the screen. He knows what he's doing is wrong. He does it anyway. Sarah Mitchell stands 40 feet away. Phone raised, recording. Her hands shake slightly. She's never done this before. Walsh sees her. His expression darkens. Ma'am, this is police business. Move along. Sarah's voice wavers but holds. I'm on a public path, in a public park. I said move along before I cite you for interference. Sarah takes 3 steps back, keeps recording. Her heart pounds. She can hear it in her ears. An elderly man walks his dog nearby. White hair, veteran's cap. He stops, watches, doesn't pull out his phone, just witnesses. Walsh turns back to Rivers, grabs his shoulder, spins him around. I smell marijuana. That gives me probable cause to search your person. Rivers meets his eyes, voice steady, calm. Officer, I don't use drugs. You won't find anything. Walsh leans in close. His breath was hot on Rivers' face. I'll be the judge of that, boy. The word hangs in the air. Boy. Deliberate. Calculated. A racial slur dressed as casual speech. Chen flinches. Actually flinches. His eyes drop to the ground. Walsh forces Rivers against the bench again, hands behind back, not arrested, not handcuffed, but restrained, controlled. Walsh's knee presses into Rivers' lower back, unnecessary pressure. The bench edge digs into Rivers' thighs. You know how many of you people I've cleaned off these streets? His voice drops lower, intimate, threatening. You're all the same, lazy, criminal, taking up space that belongs to decent folks. Rivers' hands remain steady, no trembling, no resistance. His breathing stays even, in through my nose, out through the mouth, training taking over. The hidden body camera captures everything, angle perfect, audio clear, Walsh's face, his badge number, his words. Walsh reaches for his radio, clicks the button. Static bursts across the frequency. Dispatch, this is Unit 4799. I've got a 1057 at Morrison Park. Suspicious individual. Possible 11550. Subject refusing cooperation. Each code is a lie. 1057 means suspicious person. True enough. But 11550 means drug possession. Completely false. The dispatcher's voice crackles back. Copy 4799. Do you need backup? Walsh looks at Rivers, smiles. Affirmative, send available units. He releases the radio button, leans down to Rivers' ear. Now you're really going to learn what happens to people like you in my city. Rivers thinks but doesn't say, my city? We'll see about that. Chen shifts his weight. Uncomfortable. He should speak up, should say something. His mouth opens, closes. Nothing comes out. Sirens wail in the distance, growing closer, backup arriving. Walsh requested it. Walsh lied to get it. Sarah keeps recording. Her arms ache from holding the phone up. She doesn't lower them. The veteran with the dog moves closer, quietly. His dog sits, well trained. The man pulls out a small notepad, starts writing. Time, description, details. Walsh doesn't notice, too focused on Rivers, too confident in his power. Stand up. Rivers stands, slow, non-threatening. His movements are deliberate. Walsh grabs his arm, tight, fingers digging in, hard enough to bruise. What's your name? Jonathan. Jonathan what? You got a last name, or did your mama not bother giving you one? Rivers stays silent. Let's Walsh talk. Let him incriminate himself. Where do you live? Right now, nowhere. Walsh's grip tightens. Typical. Another drain on society. Another mouth we taxpayers have to feed. 2 more patrol cars pull up. Officers Bradley and Thompson emerge. Both white. Both are younger than Walsh. They approach cautiously. Walsh briefs them, voice loud, confident. Vagrant refusing orders, suspected narcotics, no ID, possible outstanding warrants. Every statement is a distortion or outright lie. Bradley and Thompson look at Rivers, then at Walsh, then at each other. Something feels off. But Walsh is senior. Walsh is in charge. They surround Rivers. 3 officers, 1 civilian. The power imbalance is visual, obvious, intentional. Rivers stands in the center, calm, patient, the eye of the storm. Walsh's radio crackles again. Unit 4799, what's the status? Walsh keys the mic. Subject becoming aggressive, requesting additional supervisor presence. The dispatcher pauses. Confusion evident. Copy. Is subject armed? Negative. But he's a big guy. Better safe than sorry. Another lie. Rivers hasn't moved aggressively once, hasn't raised his voice, hasn't done anything except stand there. Bradley steps forward, younger, less corrupted. His voice carries doubt. Sir, has he actually done anything illegal? Walsh's head snaps toward him. Are you questioning me, Bradley? No, sir. Just asking for clarification. The clarification is I'm the senior officer here. I make the calls, understood? Bradley nods, steps back. Another good cop choosing silence over righteousness. Walsh turns back to Rivers. His hand moves to his pepper spray canister, fingers tapping it, threatening without words. Last chance. Tell me what you're really doing here. Rivers meets his eyes, voice still calm, still measured. I already told you, officer. I was sleeping. Bullshit. You're casing the neighborhood, planning break-ins. I've seen it 100 times. I'm not planning anything. I'm just trying to survive. Walsh's face twists, genuine anger now, not just performance. Survive? You want to survive? Get a job, work for a living. Stop leeching off real Americans. The morning crowd grows. 6 people now. 8. 10. Some walking past quickly, pretending not to see. Others stopping, watching. A few pull out phones. Multiple cameras. Multiple angles. Multiple witnesses. Everything Walsh says, everything he does, documented forever. Chen stands apart from the group. His body language screams conflict. He pulls Walsh aside, voice low. Derek, maybe we should just transport him. Let the station handle it. Walsh's eyes flash. You getting soft on me, Carter? No, sir. I'm just thinking about the paperwork. I'll handle the paperwork. You just do your job. Chen swallows, nods, returns to his position. Walsh grabs Rivers' wrist, pulls out handcuffs. The metal catches morning light. You're coming with us. Disorderly conduct, public intoxication, resisting arrest. Rivers' voice stays level. I'm not intoxicated, and I haven't resisted anything. Walsh clicks one cuff onto Rivers' wrist. The metal bites skin. You are now. The threat is clear. Walsh will fabricate resistance, will create a narrative, will make the lie become truth in his report. Rivers looks at Carter, then Bradley, then Thompson. Each officer avoids his eyes. The second cuff clicks into place, and Rivers finally speaks, clearly, calmly, with absolute authority. Officer Walsh, before you do anything else, I need to tell you something. Walsh yanks the cuffs tighter. Shut your mouth. You're going to want to hear this. I don't want to hear anything from you except yes, sir. Rivers' voice doesn't rise, doesn't waver. My name is Captain Jonathan Rivers, Internal Affairs Division, badge number 2847. The world stops. Walsh freezes, then laughs, hard, genuine. Captain? You? He looks at Bradley and Thompson. They join his laughter, nervous, uncertain. You hear this guy? He thinks he's a cop. Rivers stands still, handcuffed, calm. His voice doesn't change. Check the database. Badge 2847, Internal Affairs. Walsh's laughter dies, but his smile stays. Mean, dangerous. You think I'm stupid? You think I'll fall for some con? He shoves Rivers backward. Rivers stumbles, catches himself. The handcuffs bite into his wrists. Bradley, run badge 2847. Let's see what comes up. Bradley pulls out his tablet, types. His fingers move slowly. The screen loads. Walsh turns back to Rivers, steps closer, invading space. You picked the wrong cop to mess with, friend. I've heard every lie, every excuse, every con. His hand moves to his pepper spray, unsnaps the holster. You know what happens to people who impersonate officers? That's a felony, 3 to 5 years. Rivers meets his eyes, steady, unblinking. I'm not impersonating anyone. I am a captain. Walsh's face reddens, genuine anger building. Shut your mouth. Bradley's tablet beeps. He stares at the screen. His face goes pale. Derek? Captain J. Rivers. Internal Affairs. Badge 2847. Silence falls. Heavy. Suffocating. Walsh grabs the tablet, stares at the screen. A photo loads, clean-shaven face, pressed uniform. But the eyes, the same eyes. Walsh's hands shake, just slightly. He shoves the tablet back at Bradley. That's not him. Look at this guy. He's homeless. That photo is some clean-cut cop. Chen steps forward, takes the tablet, studies the photo, looks at Rivers, back to the photo. Derek, I think it might be him. Walsh whirls on Carter. You're joking. Look at the eyes, the jawline. It could be him under the beard. Walsh's breathing quickens, panic creeping in, but he's too deep now, too committed. Bullshit. This is some kind of setup. He grabs Rivers by the jacket, slams him against the patrol car. The metal crunches. Rivers grunts. First sound of pain. Who put you up to this? Who are you working with? Rivers' voice stays level, professional. Officer Walsh, I'm giving you a chance to stop, right now, before this gets worse. Walsh's fist clenches. He wants to swing. Every muscle tenses. Worse? You're threatening me? I'm warning you. Every action you take is being documented. Walsh looks around. Sarah is still recording, the veteran watching. More phones out now, 12 witnesses, 15. His radio crackles. Unit 4799 requesting status update. Walsh ignores it, his mind racing. If this man is really a captain, if this is real, his career, his pension, everything. But he can't be. Can't be. Walsh makes his choice. The wrong one. You're lying, and I'm going to prove it. He reaches for Rivers' jacket. Tears open, buttons pop, scatter on pavement. Let's see if you're wearing a wire. Let's see what you're really hiding. His hands search, rough, aggressive, finding the body camera disguised as a pen. Walsh pulls it out, holds it up. Recognition dawns. What's this? Rivers says nothing. Walsh examines it, sees the lens, the recording light. His face drains of color. You've been recording? He looks at the camera, then at Rivers, then all the phones pointed at him. Reality crashes in. If Rivers is telling the truth, if he's really internal affairs, Every word, every action, recorded. Walsh drops the camera, steps on it, grinds it under his boot, plastic cracks. But the damage is done. That's destruction of evidence, Rivers says quietly. Add it to the list. Walsh's control snaps, completely. He grabs Rivers by the throat, slams him against the car again. Harder. You set me up! You fucking set me up! Chen runs forward. Derek, stop! Let him go! Walsh shoves Carter away. Stay out of this! Thompson steps in. Sir, we need to calm down. We need to think. Shut up! All of you shut up! Walsh's hand tightens on Rivers' throat. Rivers doesn't fight back, doesn't resist, just endures. The veteran drops his dog's leash, pulls out his phone, starts recording. Officer, you're assaulting that man. I'm calling 911. Walsh releases Rivers, spins toward the veteran. You call anyone and I'll arrest you for interference. The veteran doesn't lower his phone. I'm a citizen. I have rights. And you're out of control. Walsh's hand moves to his gun, doesn't draw it, just rests there, threatening. The crowd gasps. Someone screams. He's reaching for his gun! Someone call the real police. Chen moves quickly, steps between Walsh and the crowd. Everyone stay calm. Nobody's drawing weapons. He turns to Walsh, voice low, urgent. Derek, you need to stop. Right now. This is going sideways. Walsh's eyes are wild, cornered animal. He's lying, Carter. He has to be lying. What if he's not? The question hangs there. What if? Walsh looks at Rivers, still handcuffed, still calm. Blood on his lip from where his face hit the car, but his expression is unchanged. That calm enrages Walsh more. Get on your knees. Rivers doesn't move. I said get on your knees. I'm a captain in this department. I don't kneel for anyone. Walsh kicks Rivers' legs. Rivers drop, hard. Knees hit concrete. Painful, humiliating. The crowd erupts. This is police brutality. Someone film this. Where's his supervisor? Walsh stands over Rivers, power and fear mixed together. You want to be internal affairs? You want to investigate cops? This is what happens. He pulls out his baton, extend it. The metal telescopes with a sharp click. Chen grabs his arm. Derek, no, don't do this. Walsh shakes him off. I'm in charge here, not you. The baton rises. For a moment, everything stops. Will he swing? Will he cross that final line? Sarah's voice cuts through. I'm streaming this live. Thousands of people are watching. Walsh turns, sees her phone, the red light. The viewer count climbing. 879 viewers. 1,240 viewers. 2,103 viewers. Live. Streaming. Permanent. His hand lowers. Slowly. The baton stays raised but doesn't fall. Rivers speaks from his knees, voice carrying across the park. Officer Walsh, I've been undercover for 6 days. I've documented 19 separate incidents, harassment, illegal searches, racial profiling, excessive force. Walsh's face twists. Shut up. 14 different victims. You targeted people of color in 17 of 19 encounters. I said shut up. Every word you've spoken today, every action you've taken, 4 cameras recorded it. The park security system, Officer Carter's body cam, that civilian's phone, and mine before you destroyed it. Walsh looks around. Trapped. Cameras everywhere. Witnesses everywhere. Chen pulls out his radio. Dispatch, this is Unit 2156. I need a supervisor at Morrison Park immediately. We have a situation. Walsh lunges for the radio. Carter steps back. What are you doing? Calling for help, Derek. This is over. This isn't over. Not until I say it's over. Bradley moves closer, voice shaking but determined. Sir, I think we should wait for the supervisor. Let them sort this out. Walsh's eyes dart between his officers. his crowd, his cameras. His victim is still kneeling. Everything is falling apart. His radio crackles. All units be advised. Captain Miranda Foster en route to Morrison Park. ETA is 2 minutes. Walsh's face goes white. Captain Foster, his precinct captain, coming here, now. He looks down at Rivers, understanding finally breaking through. You planned this. Rivers nods slowly. I planned to document your behavior. You chose to demonstrate it. You set a trap. I gave you rope. You chose to hang yourself. Walsh's baton drops, clatters on concrete. His hands shake. His career, his life, all of it crumbling. An unmarked car pulls up, lights flashing. Captain Miranda Foster steps out. Black woman, 50 years old, 25 years on the force. No nonsense expression. She takes in the scene. Rivers on his knees in handcuffs. Walsh standing over him, baton on ground. Crowd filming. Her voice cuts like ice. Officer Walsh, step away from that man, now. Walsh doesn't move. Can't move. Frozen. I said now! He steps back, mechanical, defeated. Foster walks to Rivers, kneels beside him, pulls out handcuff keys. Captain Rivers, are you injured? Nothing serious, ma'am. She unlocks the cuffs. Rivers stands, rubs his wrists, blood circulation returning. Foster faces Walsh. Her expression is hard, disappointed, angry. Officer Derek Walsh, you are hereby suspended from duty pending a full internal affairs investigation. Walsh's mouth opens, closes. No words come. Your badge and service weapon. Now. His hands tremble as he removes his badge. 15 years of authority, gone in seconds. He hands over his gun, his radio, his pepper spray, his baton, everything that made him powerful, stripped away. Foster turns to Carter, Bradley, Thompson. You three will report to Internal Affairs at 0900 hours tomorrow for statements. Understood? Yes, ma'am, they chorus. She looks at the crowd. Anyone who witnessed this incident, please provide your contact information to Officer Carter. Your statements will be needed. Sarah steps forward. I have a video. Full video from the beginning. Thank you. We'll need that. The veteran approaches. I have notes, times, details, everything. Appreciated, sir. Foster turns back to Walsh. He's staring at the ground, shoulders slumped. You have the right to union representation. Use it. You're going to need it. She nods to Bradley. Transport him to the station. Not under arrest, but he doesn't drive himself. Bradley nods. Leads Walsh to a patrol car. Walsh walks like a zombie. Everything he was, everything he had. Gone. The crowd watches him go. Some are satisfied. Some were shocked. All filming. Rivers stands beside Foster, still in his homeless clothes, but standing tall now. Authority evident. Foster's voice drops low, for his ears only. You got everything? Everything and more, ma'am. He exceeded my worst expectations. Good. Let's end this once and for all. Rivers straighten up. His entire posture changes. The homeless man disappears. A commanding officer emerges. My name is Captain Jonathan Rivers, Internal Affairs Division, badge number 2847. He reaches into his jacket, pulls out a waterproof badge holder. The gold shield catches sunlight. Walsh stares. His face cycles through confusion, denial, horror. You're lying. That's fake. Officer Carter, verify badge 2847 through dispatch. Chen's hands shake. He keys the radio. Dispatch, verify badge 2847, Captain J. Rivers, Internal Affairs. Static crackles. Then the dispatcher's voice. Confirmed. Captain Jonathan Rivers, Internal Affairs, active duty, assigned to precinct oversight. The words echo across Morrison Park. Official. Undeniable. Walsh grabs the patrol car for support. His legs buckle. No, this isn't... You set me up! Captain Foster steps forward. Her voice cuts like steel. It's not entrapment when you commit crimes voluntarily, Walsh. She holds up her tablet. Captain Rivers has been undercover for 6 days, documenting your pattern of harassment. You've had 17 complaints dismissed in 15 years. Internal Affairs has been investigating your unit for 3 months. Walsh's face drains white. I didn't know. I thought he was... What? Powerless? Someone you could abuse without consequence? Rivers picks up his scattered notebook. Pages filled with documentation. 6 days, Officer Walsh. 19 separate encounters. You targeted people of color in 17 of them, used racial slurs in 11, filed false reports in 7. He holds up the crushed body camera. This recorded everything before you destroyed it. That's destruction of evidence. Federal offense. Walsh looks around desperately. The phones, the cameras, the witnesses, all recordings, all watching, all evidence. Chen, tell them! Tell them I'm not like this! Chen meets his eyes, then looks away. I can't, Derek. I've watched you do this for years. I should have reported you. I didn't. That makes me complicit. Chen turns to Foster. Ma'am, I want to make a full statement about everything I've witnessed. Walsh's last support crumbles, his partner turning on him. Bradley and Thompson step away, physically distancing themselves. The message is clear. Rivers addresses the crowd. His voice carries natural authority. Thank you to everyone who filmed this. Your courage matters. Your evidence ensures justice. Sarah steps forward, phone still recording. Captain, I almost didn't stop. I almost kept jogging. But you did. That's what matters. That's what changes things. The elderly veteran approaches, dog at his side. I'm a Marine, son. 3 tours. I know what the oath means. Thank you for honoring it. Rivers shakes his hand firmly. Thank you for being willing to stand witness, sir. More people come forward, offering videos, contact information, statements. Each witness is another piece of undeniable evidence. Walsh watches his world end. Every person stepping forward seals his fate. Foster's phone rings. She listens. Her expression hardens. Understood. Bringing him in now. She ends the call. Faces Walsh. Chief Anderson has been briefed. The command staff reviewed preliminary evidence. You're suspended effective immediately. Walsh's voice cracks. I have a family, a mortgage, 15 years with this department. Rivers' expression stays neutral, professional. And I've given 20 years upholding the oath we both took. Every person you harassed has families too, has dignity, has rights. He steps closer. You called me boy, said I belonged on my knees, threw money at me like I was an animal. You kicked me, choked me, threatened me with your baton. Each statement makes Walsh flinch. But worse, you've done this to others. People without badges, without power, without anyone to protect them. Rivers holds up his notebook. 6 days of documentation. Times, dates, badge numbers, direct quotes. Everything. He shows the broken camera. Solid state memory. Still intact, still recoverable. Every second before you destroy it. Walsh's shoulders collapse. Defeated. Foster gestures to Bradley. Transport him to the station. Administrative processing. Bradley approaches carefully. Sir, we need to go. Walsh doesn't resist. Walks to the patrol car automatically. Climbs in the back. Not handcuffed, not arrested, but transported like those he transported. The car pulls away. Walsh stares out the window, sees the crowd, the phones, his career ending in real time. Rivers watches silently. No satisfaction, no celebration, just completion of duty. Foster stands beside him. 6 days undercover couldn't have been easy. I've endured worse. This was necessary. You could have revealed yourself earlier. One incident they dismissed. 6 days of pattern, impossible to ignore. Foster addresses the crowd. On behalf of the Brookhaven Police Department, I apologize. This behavior is unacceptable. There will be accountability. Some nod. Some look skeptical. Promises heard before. Rivers knows words aren't enough. Action matters. Chen approaches, face showing shame and determination. Captain, I watched him do this. Multiple times. Never reported it. I was wrong. His voice breaks. I'm sorry. To you. To everyone he hurt. Rivers considers him. Will you testify truthfully about everything you've seen? Yes, sir. Everything. No matter who it implicates. Then you're starting to make it right. Sarah uploads her video. Multiple platforms. Cloud storage. News stations. Views climb. Hundreds. Thousands. Viral. Cop kicks homeless man. The man is actually a police captain. Justice served. The story spreads. Undeniable. Permanent. Rivers collects his belongings, his notebook, his crushed protein bars. Foster watches. What happens now? Rivers looks at the park, the bench, the spot where Walsh kicked him. Now we finish this. Properly. Completely. So it will never happen again. Morning sun climbs higher. The park fills with people. Life continues. But something changed today. Something important. One officer fell. One system got exposed. And exposure begins healing. The patrol car carrying Walsh arrives at Brookhaven Station. 7:43 a.m. News vans are already lined up. Someone tipped the media. Or Sarah's video reached them. Either way, cameras swarm. Bradley parks at the side entrance, avoiding press. Too late. Officer Walsh, did you know he was a captain? How do you respond to racism allegations? Walsh keeps his head down. Cameras flash. He walks through the gauntlet. Inside, officers stop talking when he enters. They stare. Some were shocked. Some are satisfied. Some are scared they are next. Sergeant Davis approaches. 20-year veteran. Derek, what did you do? Walsh's voice was hollow. I didn't know who he was. Does that matter? You kicked a sleeping man. Davis walks away, disgusted. Walsh stands alone. Officers move around him, through him, invisible. The same invisibility he inflicted on others. Chief Anderson's office. 8:15 a.m. Rivers sits across from the chief, still in homeless clothes, dried blood on his lip. Anderson reviews body camera footage. His jaw tightens with each slur, each illegal action. How many days? 6, sir. 19 encounters total. Consistent pattern? Every single day, racial targeting, false reports, fabricated probable cause. Anderson rubs his temples. This will destroy department morale. Walsh already destroyed morale, for everyone he harassed, for every good officer forced to watch. Anderson nods. Recommendations? Terminate Walsh immediately. Suspend Carter pending investigation. Mandate precinct-wide retraining. Independent review board for complaints. Anderson makes notes. Medical exam first, then a formal statement, by the book. Medical office, 9 o'clock a.m. Doctor. Patricia Coleman examines Rivers. Documents every injury. Bruised ribs, wrist abrasions from handcuffs, split lip, knee contusions. She photographs each injury, gentle but clinical. I've treated too many suspicious resisting arrest injuries. Now I know why. She signs the medical report, hands him a copy. Make sure this counts. Walsh's home. 10:30 a.m. Jennifer Walsh watches the news. The video plays on every channel, her husband kicking, calling him boy, throwing money. Their children sit confused, scared. Mom, why is Dad on TV? Her phone rings constantly. Mother, sister, friends, all seeing the video. She watches in horror. This isn't stress. This is who he is. Text from Walsh arrives. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Just doing my job. She watches the video again. His boot connects, his hand on River's throat. She types back. Don't come home. We need time. Blocks his number. District Attorney's Office. 11 o'clock a.m. DA Michael Torres reviews evidence. Body camera, witness videos, medical reports, Carter's statement. Is this prosecutable? His assistant nods. Multiple cameras, clear audio, decorated captain as victim, prosecutor's dream. Charges? Assault under color of authority, civil rights violations, false reports, destruction of evidence, all stick. Sentence? 8 to 12 years if convicted on all counts. Torres calls Chief Anderson. Chief, we're moving forward with criminal charges. Tell Walsh to get a good lawyer. Police Union Office. Noon. Walsh sits with Union Rep Jack Morrison. 30 years representing officers. Morrison reviews footage. Expression darkening. Derek, I've defended good cops who made honest mistakes. This isn't that. But you'll represent me? I have to. But this is bad. Really bad. Walsh's hands shake. What do I do? Get a criminal defense attorney, not just union rep. You're facing a serious problem. Morrison leans back. Tired. You handed them everything. Every word, every action. You built their case. Walsh stares at the floor. I thought he was nobody. That's the problem. You thought being nobody meant he didn't deserve dignity. Morrison stands. I'll do what I can. Prepare for the worst. Station briefing. 5 o'clock p.m. Foster addresses 60 assembled officers, entire shift present. You've seen the video. Walsh has been suspended without pay. He faces criminal charges. Murmurs ripple through. If anyone participated in similar behavior, come forward now. Cooperation matters. She pauses. We took an oath. Protect and serve. All people. Not just ones who look like us. Voice hardens. Walsh betrayed that oath. Betrayed this department. There will be accountability. Some nod. Some look uncomfortable. Some avoid eye contact. The culture runs deep. But today it cracked. Rivers stand at the back, watching. Still in civilian clothes. A reminder. This could have been anyone. Any person without a badge to protect them. Foster catches his eye, nods slightly. First step taken. Long road ahead. Justice doesn't sprint. It walks, steady, inevitable. And it just started walking toward Derek Walsh. Day 3 after the incident. Internal Affairs Conference Room. Rivers' report sits on the table. 147 pages. 6 days of evidence. Captain Foster leads 3 investigators. They spread documents across the table. 19 encounters. Walsh targeted people of color in 17. That's 89.5%. Another investigator highlights patterns. Racial language in 14 encounters. False reports in 9. Physical contact in 6. Foster orders a database audit. Run his entire 15-year history. Every arrest, every use of force is reported. The tech team works 48 hours. The results are damning. Walsh arrested black individuals 340% higher than demographics justify. Use of force reports show people of color in 87% of incidents. 62% of his arrests were dismissed without charges. 17 complaints, 0 sustained, all buried. Foster calls the FBI. FBI Field Office. Day 5. Special Agent Maria Gonzalez reviews evidence. Civil Rights Division. This is systematic, protected by the system. FBI opens formal investigation. Walsh now faces state and federal charges. Maximum sentence jumps to 23 years. Press conference. City Hall. Day 6. Chief Anderson stands at the podium. Foster beside him. Rivers in dress uniform behind them. National media present. Captain Rivers' undercover operation exposed serious misconduct. He plays 2-minute audio compilations. Walsh's voice was clear. Your kind, boy. Worthless piece of trash. Silence follows. Officer Walsh has been terminated. He faces criminal prosecution. The reporter asks the hard question. Why wasn't he stopped earlier? 17 complaints. Anderson's jaw tightens. That's what we're investigating. How our system failed. The video goes viral within hours. Cable news everywhere. Social media explodes. Headlines nationally. Police captain goes undercover, exposes racist cop. Officer kicks homeless man, actually his superior. Blue wall crumbles in Brookhaven scandal. Community town hall. Day 10. 800 people pack the gymnasium. Overflow outside. Victims come forward one by one. Black business owner at microphone. Walsh stopped me 6 times in 2 years. Always matched a description. Never arrested. Just harassed. Made me feel like a criminal in my own neighborhood. Young woman crying. He searched my 16-year-old son without cause. Threw him against a wall. Called him a thug. My boy still has nightmares. Elderly man with a walker. I filed a complaint 3 years ago. Nothing happened. I gave up. Thank you, Captain Rivers. Rivers sits quietly, listening. His presence speaks volumes. Each testimony reveals depth. This was systematic. Years of abuse. Grand jury. Day 14. Indictments returned. 3 counts of assault under color of authority. 4 counts of federal civil rights violations. 7 counts of false police reports. 1 count witness intimidation. 1 count destruction of evidence. Total potential 23 years. D.A. Torres announces charges. Derek Walsh abused authority, violated rights, lied in reports. He will face justice. Walsh's attorney responds weakly. My client made errors under stress. 15 years of service should count. Doesn't address the racial slurs. Can't explain the pattern. Civil lawsuit. Day 21. 11 victims filed jointly. $4.7 million damages sought. Attorney Jamal Washington represents them. Years of harassment, illegal searches, humiliation. The city knew. Did nothing. That ends now. City's insurance reviews evidence. Recommends settlement. Unwinnable case. Chen's testimony. Week 7. Lieutenant Carter before the Internal Review Board. I watched Walsh harass citizens for 3 years. Never reported it. Called it loyalty. But loyalty to wrong is cowardice. Voice breaking. I knew it was wrong. I did nothing. That makes me guilty too. He provides detailed testimony, dates, names, other officers, supervisors who ignored complaints. The blue wall cracks wider. More investigations are open. Chen received a 30-day suspension, keeps his job, reassigned to community relations, redemption through accountability. Trial day. Week 12. The courtroom was packed, standing room only. Overflow watches on monitors. Walsh looks 10 years older, thinner, grayer. Rivers takes stand, uniform pressed, medals displayed. Defense attorney cross-examines. You entrapped my client, created a scenario to provoke him. Rivers responds calmly. I documented existing behavior. Walsh chose every word, every action. I bore witness. You deceived him about your identity. I was undercover, legal. His assault and slurs were not. The prosecutor plays full body camera footage. 10 minutes unedited. Jury watches Walsh kick Rivers, hears every slur, sees the contempt. Jurors wipe tears. Others show anger. All convinced. Defense rests without calling Walsh. Too risky. Can't trust his temper. The jury deliberates for 4 hours. Verdict on all counts. Guilty. Every single charge. Guilty. Walsh's face crumbles. His wife filed for divorce week 3. She's not here. Victim families cry. Hug. Justice finally acknowledged. Sentencing. Week 14. Judge Robert Morrison reviews a pre-sentence report. Officer Walsh, you violated public trust, used authority to oppress, targeted citizens by skin color. The badge is a privilege. You degraded it. Courtroom silent. 12 years in state prison. 5 years federal, concurrent. Total, 12 years incarceration. 5 years probation after release. Loss of all pension benefits. Lifetime ban from law enforcement. Defense argues leniency. Family. Service. Remorse. Judge unmoved. Your client showed no remorse until facing consequences. That's not remorse. That's regret at being caught. Walsh was given a chance to speak. I'm sorry for my actions. Doesn't acknowledge race. Doesn't name victims. No real responsibility. Marshals lead him away in handcuffs. Same process he used on others. Justice served. Civil settlement. Week 16. The city settles all 11 lawsuits, $3.2 million total. Average $290,000 per victim. The mayor issues a public apology. We failed our citizens, failed to protect them from an officer who should have protected them. We're implementing reforms. New policies announced. Mandatory body cameras, no off switches. Independent Civilian Review Board. Early warning system for problem officers. Quarterly de-escalation training. Community Oversight Committee. Rivers appointed to lead reform implementation. The department announces additional changes. All complaints are now tracked independently. Anonymous reporting hotline. Quarterly publication of use of force statistics. Community input on policy changes. Real systemic change. Hard-won through suffering. Walsh's former victims attend the announcement. Some are satisfied, some cautiously hope. One victim approaches Rivers after. Captain, thank you. Not just for catching him. For seeing us. For treating us like we mattered. Rivers shakes his hand. You always mattered. The system forgot that. We're making sure it remembers. Media coverage continues for weeks. The case becomes a national reference point. Police reform advocates cite it. Training academies study it. Other departments review their complaint processes. One case, one officer. But the ripples spread wide. Change is possible. Justice delayed but not denied. The long arc bends, slowly, painfully. But it bends. 6 months later. Morrison Park. 6:47 a.m. Captain Jonathan Rivers sits on the same bench. Everything is different now. Full uniform. Captain's bars gleaming. Coffee steaming. Morning peaceful. The park fills with joggers, dog walkers. A black teenager walks past. Nods respectfully. No fear in his eyes. That's the difference. Sarah Mitchell jogs by, stops, smiles. Captain Rivers, good morning. Morning, Sarah. Still keeping that video backed up? 3 cloud servers, not taking chances. She jogs on. Normal interaction. No tension. The reforms are working. Body cameras are mandatory. Every officer, every shift. Footage reviewed by civilian board. Complaints up 300%. That's good. People trust the system. They report instead of staying silent. Sustained complaints up 800%. Accountability working. Use of force incidents down 47%. Behavior improves when officers know they're watched. Lieutenant Carter leads community outreach, teaching youth academy every Saturday. He speaks to 30 teenagers, mixed races, all listening. I stood silent when I should have stood up. Silence makes you complicit. Don't be me. Be better. A black student asks, "Why didn't you report Walsh earlier?" Chen doesn't dodge. Fear, wrong loyalty, I was a coward. But courage is doing right despite fear. I learned late. You can learn now. Several students nod, taking notes, learning. Rivers speaks at Police Academy. 60 new recruits. The badge doesn't make you better than anyone. It makes you responsible for everyone. He pauses, lets it sink in. Every person has dignity. Your job is to protect it, not strip it away. Regardless of race, income, housing status, everyone deserves respect. A recruit asks, "What if someone treats us disrespectfully?" You're the professional. You maintain standards even when others don't. That's what makes you an officer. After, recruits line up. One young black recruit waits until last. "Captain, I almost didn't apply. Too many Walsh stories. But yours showed change is possible." Rivers grips his shoulder. You're the change. Every good officer who stands up, who does right. That's how we fix this. Rivers' office, photos on walls, his wife, 2 daughters, family that supported 6 dangerous days undercover. Was it worth it? Letters cover his desk, from Walsh's victims, from community members. "Thank you for seeing me when I was invisible. You gave me my voice back. My son believes in justice again." He reads each one, files them, reminders of purpose. The phone buzzes, news alert. Another city adopted body camera reforms, citing Brookhaven case. Ripples spreading. One case influencing hundreds. Change is possible. Slow, incomplete. But it is possible. This story is fiction. But stories like it happen daily. In parks, streets, communities nationwide. Real victims don't have badges, don't have authority, don't have protection. They have you. If you see injustice, document it, record it, report it. Your voice matters. Your witness matters. Your courage changes outcomes. Silence protects the guilty. Speaking up protects the innocent. Sarah almost kept jogging. She stopped. That decision convicted Walsh, reformed a department, protected future victims. One choice. Massive impact. What will you do when you see injustice? If this story moved you, share it. Show others change is possible. Justice is achievable. Accountability works. Follow for more justice stories. Stories that inspire action. Stories proving systems can work when good people demand it. Comment below. Have you witnessed injustice? Did you speak up or stay silent? What would you do? Subscribe and hit notifications. Justice stories matter. Accountability matters. You matter. The question isn't if injustice exists. It's what you do when you see it. Rivers wore a badge 20 years before understanding invisibility. Now he sees everyone. Do you? Morrison Park is peaceful in the morning light. Children play. All colors, all backgrounds, together. Memorial plaque reads, Morrison Park, a place of dignity for all. Judge not by appearance, but by character. Sun rises. New day. New possibilities. One officer fell. One system improved. Thousands of lives changed. Because one person refused silence. Refused accepting injustice as normal. That person could be you. Final question to spark debate. Should all police work undercover in their own communities to understand the people they serve? Should body cameras have independent oversight, not controlled by police departments themselves? Tell us what you think. Your voice creates change. This was Captain Rivers' story. What's yours? Share this video if you believe in accountability. Like if you support police reform. Comment your thoughts below. Justice delayed is justice denied. But justice delivered, even late, still counts. Stand up. Speak out. Record truth. Demand accountability. Be the change Morrison Park needed. Be the change your community needs. The badge doesn't give power. Responsibility does. Character does. Courage does. Rivers proved that lying on a park bench, enduring hatred, documenting truth. You can prove it too. Starting now.